Hello everyone and welcome back to another video of Tower Simulator 3. My name is Matt and in today's video we're going to go back to Denver International Airport in Colorado in the US. It's going to be a little bit of a busy one. There's plenty of action with lots of aircraft moving around with a busy airport, so it should be fun. If you've not seen any of my other episodes, feel free to check them out on the channel and there will be a link in the description to the last episode. If you do like the content and have any questions, comments or feedback, please drop them in the comments below. So into this one then, as I said, we're going to go back to Denver International Airport. It's been a while since we played this, and we played it a few times, and we did play it once on a multiplayer session with the Zap guys. But it is a very busy airport with lots of runways and lots of aircraft to move. We didn't need to make a custom schedule for this. We just used the Ninja's design one. We've played 3 of the hours before, and we're going to go back and play the 2 PM hour. In terms of setup, we're going to be using 16 right, 16 left, and 17 right for arrivals, and 17 left for departures, with maybe some departures on 17 right, depending on how busy we get. We're going to be playing 2 PM. We're going to play some heavy rain today to make it a little bit different, and we'll preload 2 hours in at that time. So we'll have a quick look at the schedule that we're going to be using. So we've played the 10 AM, 11 AM, and 4 PM hours, which you can see like 160, 140, 150. So pretty busy. The 11 AM hour is pretty much online with this. But for this one, our departures and arrivals are more evenly split. So probably about 120, 130 movements. And you're splitting it pretty much in half, 60 to 65 departures with 60 to 65 arrivals. So again, we generally get more departures out on a runway than an arrival. So 3 arriving runways with 60 odd should work. We should get 20 odd blends in on each of the runways, so it should work. We should get pretty much everything in that we need to. So we'll get the additional window open to start with. And we'll get the debright and the deers set up. And again, apologies if this is a little bit small for today's video, but it is one of them airports that we do struggle to get things in on. What we'll be doing is we're just going to send everything east, so anything that lands on 16 right, 16 left. The 16 right will come in along Foxtrot. Sorry, not Foxtrot, along Whiskey Bravo. Or Whiskey Alpha, depending if they're coming out on the bottom. And the stuff down here, they'll just come down Golf, and then we'll hold them short wherever they need to hold short to get into the stands. The stuff of 17 right, we'll taxi them up Mike and just hold them short wherever they need to go. If they go into the top or anywhere up there, and we have it really busy taxiways up here, we'll bring them along Alpha up Hotel and then back into wherever they need to go. Departures wise, everything will be facing east. We'll be taxiing them out, and probably everything down the bottom here will go up Mike, and then anything up this top area will take up Lima and then Echo Delta. The reason for that is then we can just taxi people to the intersection of Lima and Echo Delta, Mike and Echo Delta, and then start getting a flow of traffic. Everything will go over to 17 left. If we do start getting really busy over 17 left, I will squeeze some departures out on 17 right. Cameras wise, we have F7 here, which gives us a view of pretty much everything. So we have 17 right, 16 right, and 16 left up there, and then 17 left is over there. I have set a camera over to 17 left as well for if we need it, and then we do have a camera here as well. So again, pretty much everything you can see. Let's get started, and hopefully it should be a fun one. We'll have some heavies, we'll have some small jets, we'll have some different stuff. Can't remember where the international stuff park here. I think they're generally in and around this area. We don't really seem to have too much. If I remember, there is a cargo apron down here. We're going to have a quick look, but I don't think there's anything in this schedule. Sorry, this is the GA terminal. We'll just take them guys up Mike. This must be the cargo area, but I don't think we have any cargo in this specific area. Skywest 5462, pushback approved, facing east. So you'll see most of the southwest stuff's in here. The rest of it is pretty much United, and then a bit of Frontier over there. I think all of this is pretty much United, this middle bit. More United's over there, and then obviously you've got your regional stuff with all your Skywests and everything over here. Also take a few minutes to get the arrivals going, but it should be fine. United 1302, pushback approved, facing east. United 1975, pushback approved, facing east. Oops, my bad, I forgot to turn the game volume on.
Pushback approved, facing east. United 1975.
So again, the tags are going to be pretty small in terms of the top right for you guys today, but there's not really too much I can do about that. I could probably zoom it in a little bit more, but it's just in case anything comes off at Foxtrot 4 up here.
Denver ground, front to flight 1162 with information kilo, requesting push and start.
Frontier flight 1162, pushback approved, facing east.
Pushback approved, facing east. Front to flight
KOS 5462, runway 17 left via Lima Echo Delta.
Tailwind is too high. Take off the late SkyWest 5462.
The wind's too high, is it? What was our wind?
Left.
Going 040 at 14. I mean, I could probably just change that, to be honest.
Denver ground, SkyWest 5270 with information kilo, requesting push and start.
Let's just change the direction of the wind. Like 170.
Denver ground, United 1302 ready to taxi.
We'll just do that. Just for today. KOS 5462, runway 17 left via Lima Echo Delta. There we go.
Runway 17 left, via Lima, Echo Delta, SkyWest 5462. Denver Tower, SkyWest 5638 on final 16 right.
Denver ground, Frontier flight 2349 with information kilo, requesting push and start.
Denver ground, United 1975 ready to taxi.
KOS 527's actual United 1975, runway 17 left via Bravo Sierra Mike Echo Delta.
Runway 17 left via Bravo Sierra.
United 1302, runway 17 left via Alpha November Mike Echo Delta.
Runway 17 left.
Frontier flight 1162, taxi to the intersection of Alpha Sierra and Mike. Frontier flight 2349, pushback approved, facing east.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway Alpha Sierra and Mike. Front to flight 1162.
Pushback approved, facing east. Frontier flight 2349.
Denver ground, front to flight 1162 ready to taxi. Denver ground, Sky West 531 with information kilo, requesting push and start.
Okay. KOS 5311, pushback approved, facing east.
With information kilo, requesting push and start.
KOS 5104, pushback approved, facing east. Frontier flight 1162, runway 17 left via Mike Echo Delta.
Pushback approved, facing east. Sky West 5311. Pushback approved, facing east. Sky West 5104. Runway 17 left via Mike Echo Delta. Front to flight 1162. Denver ground, Sky West 5454 with information kilo, requesting push and start.
KOS 5454, pushback approved, facing east. KOS 5462, runway 17 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Pushback approved, facing east. Sky West 5454.
Runway 17 left, cleared for immediate takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000, contact departure, SkyWest 5462.
Denver Tower, Southwest 2546 on final 16 right. Denver ground, Frontier flight 2349 are ready to taxi.
United 271, pushback approved, facing east.
Pushback approved, facing east. United 271.
Keyline 5414, runway 16 left, clear to land. KOS 5638, runway 16 right, clear to land.
Runway 16 left, clear to land. Keyline 5414.
Runway 16 right, clear to land, SkyWest 5638.
KOS 5311, taxi to the intersection of Green and Bravo November. KOS 5401, runway 17 right. Sky West 5104, runway 17 right at Echo Charlie.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of Taxiway Green and Bravo November, Sky West 5311. Runway 17 right at Echo Charlie, Sky West 5104. Denver
Sky West
ground,
5454,
Sky
taxi to the
5311 ready
intersection
taxi.
of Kilo and Green. Sky West 5311, runway 17 left via Mike Echo Delta.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of Taxiway Kilo and Green, Sky West 5454. Runway 17 left via Mike Echo Delta, Sky West 5311. Denver ground, Sky West 5104 ready to taxi. Denver ground, Sky West 5454 ready to taxi.
Denver Tower,
Sky West 5913, pushback approved facing east. Sky West 5270, pushback approved facing north. Sky West 5104, runway 17 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Where are you going?
Pushback approved facing east, Sky West
Okay,
5913.
bye bye. Don't know where you're going.
Pushback approved facing north. Sky West 5270.
Sky West 5454, runway 17 left via Mike Echo Delta.
Runway 17 right, cleared for immediate takeoff.
United 1975, runway 17 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Runway 17 left via Mike Echo Delta, Sky West 5454. Runway 17 left, cleared for immediate takeoff.
Onto flight 2349, a taxi to the intersection of Mike and Green. No. Onto flight 2349, a taxi to the intersection of Mike and Mike Niner. Frontier Flight 2349, a taxi to the intersection of Mike and Mike Niner.
Negative, unknown command.
Try and go that
Frontier
way.
Flight 2349.
Sky West 5808, pushback approved facing east.
Taxi,
Keyline
hold at the
5414,
intersection of
taxi
Mike
to the
Niner.
intersection
Frontier
of
Flight
Golf and
2349.
Hotel. No.
Command property error.
Keyline
Sky West
5414,
5808.
taxi to the intersection of Charlie November and Kilo.
Negative, intersection not found.
Sky West
Keyline
5638,
5414.
taxi to terminal via Delta, Bravo November, hold short of Foxtrot. Southwest 2546, runway 16 right, clear to land.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of Taxiway Charlie November and Kilo. Keyline 5414.
Taxi to terminal via Delta, Bravo November. Hold short of taxiway Foxtrot. Sky West 5638.
Runway 16 right, clear to land. Southwest 2546.
Sky West 4782, runway 17 right, clear to land.
Runway 17 right, clear to land. Sky West 4782.
Denver ground, United 271 ready to taxi.
Sky West 5913, runway 17 left via Lima Echo Delta. United 271, runway 17 left via Lima Echo Delta. Sky West 5270, taxi to the intersection of Kilo and Bravo November.
Runway 17 left via Lima.
Southwest
Delta, Sky West 5913.
Sky West 3696, pushback approved facing east. United 283, pushback approved facing east. United 347, pushback approved facing east.
Runway 17 left
And-
via Lima. Echo Delta, United 271.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of
Onto
taxiway
flight
Kilo
1162,
and
runway
Bravo
17
November.
left, cleared for
Sky
immediate
West
takeoff upon reaching
5270.
altitude 1000, contact departure.
Pushback approved facing east. Sky West 3696.
United 1302, runway 17 left, final point. Sky West 5808, pushback approved facing east. United 271, hold position. Frontier Flight 2348, runway 17 left via Lima Echo Delta. Frontier Flight 2349, a taxi to the intersection of Mike and Echo Delta. United 271, continue taxi.
Pushback approved facing east. United 283.
Pushback approved facing east. United 347.
Runway 17 left. Clear for immediate takeoff on reaching altitude 1000. Contact departure. Front to flight 1162.
KOS 4687, pushback approved, facing east. KOS 5270, taxi to the intersection of Lima and Echo Delta. Actually. KOS 5270, taxi to the intersection of Mike and Echo Delta.
Runway 17 left, line up and wait. United 1302.
United 271, runway 17 left, away Mike, Echo Delta. Just because this guy's coming down here.
Sky West 5808.
United 1302, runway 17 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Southwest 2546, taxi to terminal via Whiskey Bravo, Bravo November, hold short of Foxtrot. KOS 5774, runway 17 right, clear to land. KOS 5454, runway 17 left, line up and wet.
Command requirement mission. Frontier flight 2349er. Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway Mike and Echo Delta.
KOS 5907, pushback approved, facing east. KOS 3696, taxi to the intersection of Mike and Mike 9er via Mike. I knew they were going to crash into each other. Where's he going?
United 271.
Oh,
Pushback approved facing east. Sky West 4687.
what a great start to the video.
Intersection not found.
Keyline
Sky West
5414, taxi to terminal via Kilo.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of
United
taxiway
267,
Mike and
runway
Echo
16
Delta.
left, clear to
Sky West
land.
5270.
United 1318, runway 16 left, continue approach. KOS 5454, runway 17 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Runway 17 left. Via Mike. Echo Delta. United 271.
Runway 17 left, cleared for immediate takeoff on reaching altitude 1000. Contact departure. United 1302.
Taxi to terminal via Whiskey Bravo, Bravo November, hold short of taxiway Foxtrot, Southwest 2546. Runway 17 right, cleared to land, Sky West 5774.
Runway 17 left. Line up and wait. Sky West 5454.
KOS 5913, runway 17 left, line up and wet. Frontier flight 2349, runway 17 left, via Echo Delta. KOS 5270, runway 17 left, via Echo Delta.
Pushback group
KOS 5908, runway 17 left, via Mike, Echo Delta. KOS 5808, taxi to the intersection of Lima and Echo Delta. KOS 5808, taxi to the intersection of Lima and Echo Delta.
Taxi and hold at the intersection
KOS
of taxiway
5808,
Mike 9er via Mike.
taxi to the
Sky
intersection
West
of
3696.
Lima and Charlie November. KOS 4687, taxi to the intersection of Lima and Charlie November. KOS 4782, taxi to the intersection of Mike and Alpha Alpha. KOS 5774, taxi to the intersection of Mike and Alpha Alpha. United 1520, runway 17 right, clear to land. United 347, taxi to the intersection of Bravo, Sierra and Lima. KOS 5638, continue taxi.
Taxi to terminal via Kilo.
KOS 5913, runway 17 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Runway 16 left, clear to land. The United 26 Heavy.
Runway 16 left. Roger. United 1318. Runway 17 left. Cleared for immediate takeoff on reaching altitude 1000. Contact departure. Sky West 5454. Runway 17 left. Line up and wait. Sky West 5913.
Frontier flight 2349, runway 17 left, line up and wet.
Frontier flight 2349er.
Runway 17 left, via Echo Delta, Sky West 5270.
Polaris 761, pushback approved, facing east. United 283, taxi to the intersection of Mike and Echo Charlie via Mike. United 530, pushback approved, facing east. United 501, pushback approved, facing east. United 1505 heavy, pushback approved, facing east. United 304, pushback approved, facing east. Southwest 2546, continue taxi.
Runway 17 left, by Mike.
Skywest 5808, runway 17 left, via Echo Delta. Skywest 4687, runway 17 left, via Echo Delta. Frontier Flight 2349, runway 17 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. United 1318, runway 16 left, clear to land. Skywest 5492, runway 16 right, clear to land. United 26 heavy, taxi to the intersection of Foxtrot and Alpha November via Foxtrot. United 1257, runway 17 right, clear to land. Skywest 5270, runway 17 left, line up and wait. Southwest 3580, pushback approved, facing east. Skywest 3696, runway 17 right at Mike 9er.
Negative. Intersection not found.
United 2375, pushback approved, facing east.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of
It's
Taxi
coming out to
and
Mike.
Charlie November. Skywest 5808.
Skywest 5270, runway 17 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. United 1520, taxi to the intersection of Mike and Alpha Alpha. Polaris 761, taxi to the intersection of Alpha November and Lima.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of Taxiway Lima and Charlie November. Skywest 4687.
United 2294, runway 16 left, clear to land.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of Taxiway Mike.
Skywest 5907, pushback
Skywest
approved. No.
4782.
Skywest 5907, runway 17 left, line up and wait. Okay.
Taxi and hold at the intersection.
United 530,
Skywest
taxi to the intersection of Alpha Sierra and Kilo. United 501, taxi to the intersection of Purple and Alpha November. No. United 501, taxi to the intersection of Purple and Kilo. No, I don't like that. United 501, taxi to the intersection of Alpha November and Kilo.
Runway 17 right, clear to land.
Skywest 3696, runway 17 right, line up and wait. How far out is he?
Hold at the intersection of Taxiway Bravo Sierra.
Skywest 5907, runway 17 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Skywest 5808, runway 17 left, line up and wait. Skywest 5760, pushback approved, facing east. Skywest 4782. You're going to have to wait.
Continue taxi.
Skywest 3696, runway 17 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. United 1318, taxi to the intersection of Foxtrot and Alpha November via Foxtrot.
Runway 17 left.
Where's
Clear for
this
immediate
United
takeoff
going?
upon reaching altitude 1000. Contact departure.
United 26 heavy, taxi to
5913.
terminal via Bravo Sierra.
Runway 17 left. Line up and wait.
United 283, runway 17 left via Mike Echo Delta. Southwest 5380, runway 17 left via Echo Delta. Southwest 3580, runway 17 left via Echo Delta. Southwest 477, runway 17 right, cleared to land. Skywest 5808, runway 17 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Skywest 4687, runway 17 left, line up and wait. United 347, runway 17 left via Mike Echo Delta. Polaris 761, runway 17 left via Mike Echo Delta. United 501, runway 17 left via Mike Echo Delta. Delta 8842, pushback approved, facing east. United 2177, runway 16 left, clear to land. United 2723, runway 16 right, clear to land. United 2294, taxi to the intersection of Foxtrot and Alpha November via Foxtrot. Skywest 5492, taxi to terminal via Delta Bravo November, hold short of Foxtrot. KOS 4687, runway 17 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Southwest 3580, hold position. Keyline 4711, pushback approved facing north. Southwest 3580, continue taxi. United 1257, taxi to the intersection of Mike and Alpha Alpha. KOS 4782, taxi to terminal. KOS 5774, taxi to terminal. United 1520, taxi to terminal via Alpha Alpha.
Pushback approved facing east.
KOS 5685, runway 17 right, cleared to land. United 283, runway 17 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 8842, taxi to the intersection of Alpha Sierra and Kilo.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway.
United 2177, taxi to terminal
United 283.
via Foxtrot Alpha Sierra, hold short of Whiskey Bravo. United 3018, runway 16 left, cleared to land. Southwest 4316, pushback approved facing east. Southwest 432, pushback approved facing east. United 736, pushback approved facing east. United 2375, taxi to the intersection of Alpha November and Bravo Sierra. Sky, no. United 2375, hold position. Southwest 477, taxi to the intersection of Mike and Alpha Alpha. KOS 4664, pushback approved facing east.
Pushback approved facing east. United 530.
Can they not fit past, so they're just going really, really slow.
United 501.
Pushback approved facing east. United
Keyline 4711, runway 17 left via Echo Delta. KOS 5760, pushback approved facing east. United 530, taxi to the intersection of Lima and Charlie November via Lima.
Pushback approved facing east. United 304.
United 2375, taxi to the intersection of Bravo Sierra and Lima.
Continue taxi. Southwest 2546.
Southwest 3580, runway 17 left, line up and wait. Okay, they're all coming in here. United 304, United 1505, heavy taxi to the intersection of Bravo Sierra and Lima. United 304, taxi to the intersection of Bravo Sierra and Lima.
Runway 17 left, via Echo Delta.
Delta 8842, taxi to the intersection of Lima and Charlie November via Lima. Okay, United 264, runway 17 right, clear to land. United 1684, runway 16 right, clear to land. Southwest 432, taxi to the intersection of Kilo and Charlie November. Southwest 5380, Southwest 3580, runway 17 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Runway 16 left.
United 347, runway 17 left, line up and wait.
Runway 16 right. Cleared to land. Skywest 549.
KOS 5685, taxi to the intersection of Mike and Alpha Alpha. Delta 397, pushback approved facing east. United 1318, taxi to terminal via Purple. United 2294, taxi to terminal via Alpha November. United 736, taxi to the intersection of Bravo November and Lima. United 1425, pushback approved, facing east. Southwest 4316, runway 17 left, via Lima. No. Southwest 4316, runway 17 left, via Kilo Charlie November.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of Taxiway Foxtrot and Alpha November via Foxtrot.
United 347, runway 17. United 347, runway 17 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Valoris 761, runway 17 left, line up and wait. Valoris 761, runway 17 left, line up and wait. Southwest 2704, runway 16 right, cleared to land. American 3177, runway 16 left, clear to land. United 2723, taxi to the intersection of Whiskey Bravo and Foxtrot. United 3018, taxi to the intersection of Golf and Alpha November via Golf. United 1684, taxi to the intersection of Whiskey Bravo and Foxtrot. United 741, runway 17 right, clear to land. United 530, runway 17 left, via Echo Delta. Delta 8842, runway 17 left, via Echo Delta. Dallas 5760, taxi to the intersection of Mike and Echo Delta. Skywest 4664, runway Skywest 4664, taxi to the intersection of Mike and Echo Delta, via Mike. United 2375, taxi to the intersection of Mike and Echo Delta via Mike. United 1505 heavy, runway 17 left via Mike, Echo Delta. United 304, runway 17 left via Mike, Echo Delta. United 264, taxi to the intersection of Mike and Alpha Alpha. Delta 397, taxi to the intersection of Alpha Sierra and Kilo. Volaris 761, runway 17 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. United 501, runway 17 left, line up and wet. Okay, get them moving, get them moving, get them moving. Dallas 5827, pushback approved, facing east. Dallas 5869, pushback approved, facing east. United 2177, continue taxi. United 1425, taxi to the intersection of Bravo, November and Lima. Alaska 350, pushback approved, facing east.
Skywest 5270.
Southwest 2189, pushback approved, facing east. Southwest 432, runway 17 left by Echo Delta. United 1257, taxi to terminal via Alpha November. Southwest 477, taxi to terminal via Lima. Southwest 5685, taxi to terminal via Alpha November. United 501, runway 17 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Keyline 4711, runway 17 left, line up and wet. Skywest 4658, runway 16 right, clear to land. United 1592, runway 16 left, clear to land. Southwest 2704, taxi to the intersection of Whiskey Bravo and Foxtrot.
Pushback approved, facing
Skywest 5492,
2375.
taxi to terminal via Bravo November. United 2723, taxi to terminal via Golf Bravo Sierra. United 1684, taxi to terminal via Golf Green. Skywest 5878, runway 17 right, clear to land. Okay. Skywest 5760, runway 17 left via Echo Delta. Skywest 4664, runway 17 left via Echo Delta. United 2375, runway 17 left via Echo Delta. United 736, runway 17 left via Mike, Echo Delta. Southwest 3844, pushback approved, facing east.
Runway 17
United 741, taxi to the intersection of Alpha, Alpha and Mike.
Contact departure. Skywest 5270.
Keyline 4711, runway 17 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. United 530, runway 17 left, line up and wet.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxi.
Skywest 5869, runway 17 left via Mike, Echo Delta. Skywest 5827, pushback approved, facing east. Skywest 5421, pushback approved, facing east. Delta 397, taxi to the intersection of Mike and Mike 9 via Mike. Delta 397, taxi to the intersection of Mike and Mike 9 via Mike. United 3018, taxi to terminal via Alpha November. Skywest 4658, taxi to the intersection of Whiskey Bravo and Foxtrot. American 3177, taxi to the intersection of Golf and Hotel. Skywest 5567, runway 17 right, clear to land. United 530, runway 17 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 8842, runway 17 left, line up and wait. Delta 8842, runway 17 left, line up and wait. United 530, runway 17 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Runway 16 left, cleared to land. United 229.
United 264, taxi to the intersection of Mike and Mike 9 via Mike. United 264, taxi to the intersection of Lima and Bravo Sierra. United 264, taxi to the intersection of Lima and Bravo November. United 1299, runway 16 right, clear to land. Southwest 309, runway 16 left, clear to land. American 3177, taxi to the intersection of Golf and Hotel. United, oh fine. American 3177, taxi to the intersection of Foxtrot and Charlie Sierra. United 1592, taxi to the intersection of Foxtrot and Charlie Sierra. Delta 8842, runway 17 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Southwest 4316, runway 17 left, line up and wait. Southwest 2189, runway 08 via Mike.
Command property error. Sky West 590.
Southwest 3844, runway 8 via Kilo Mike, hold short of purple. United 1425, runway 8 via Mike, hold short of Charlie November.
Runway 17 left.
Getting a bit hectic this now, isn't it?
Sky West 590.
Southwest 2704, taxi to terminal via Hotel Charlie November. Southwest 4658, taxi to terminal via Green, hold short of Kilo. Southwest 5890, runway 17 right, clear to land. Frontier Flight 4864, runway 16 left, clear to land. Southwest 4720, runway 16 right, clear to land. Southwest 4316, runway 17 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Southwest 432, runway 17 left, line up and wait. Skywest 5878, taxi to the intersection of Mike and Alpha Alpha. Skywest 5421, taxi to the intersection of Mike and Mike 9er. United 741, taxi to the intersection of Mike and Bravo Sierra. Skywest 5878, okay. Skywest 5567, taxi to the intersection of Mike and Alpha Alpha. Southwest 432, runway 17 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Skywest 5760, runway 17 left, line up and wait. Southwest 3844, continue taxi. United 1425, continue taxi. Southwest 2189, runway 8, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Southwest 309, a taxi to the intersection of Golf and Charlie November. United 1299, a taxi to the intersection of Whiskey Bravo and Foxtrot. United 264, taxi to terminal via Green. United 264, hold position. United 264, hold position. Southwest 503, pushback approved facing east. Alaska 350, runway 8 via Lima.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of Taxiway Purple and Alpha November. United 50.
American 3177, taxi to terminal. United 1592, taxi to terminal via Green. Skywest 5760, runway 17 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Skywest 4664, runway 17 left, line up and wait. Foxjet 583 approved, expect runway 8. Frontier Flight 3930, pushback approved facing east. United 741, taxi to terminal via United 741 taxi to terminal via Lima Green.
Taxi and hold at the
United
intersection.
1425, runway 8, line up and wet.
United 501.
Wet there you.
Runway 17
Southwest
right.
268,
line
one
up and
pushback
wait.
approved facing east.
Skywest 36906. Runway 17 left. Cleared for immediate takeoff. On reach and altitude.
Skywest 5878, continue taxi, hold short of Echo Charlie. Skywest 5878, taxi to terminal via Mike Bravo Sierra. Skywest 5567, taxi to terminal via Mike Bravo Sierra. United 2159, runway 17 right, clear to land. United 588, runway 16 right, clear to land. Frontier Flight 2355, runway 16 left, clear to land. Frontier Flight 4864, taxi to the intersection of Golf and Bravo November. Skywest 4720, taxi to the intersection of Whiskey Bravo and Foxtrot. Skywest 4664, runway 17 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. United 2375, runway 17 left, line up and wet. United 1425, runway 8, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Southwest 250, pushback approved facing east. Delta 397, runway 17 left via Mike Echo Delta. Skywest 5421, runway 17 left via Mike Echo Delta. Southwest 503, runway 8 via Lima. Southwest 4024, pushback approved facing east. Southwest 3844, runway 8, line up and wet.
Skywest 5808.
Southwest 309, taxi to terminal. United 1299, taxi to terminal via green. Frontier Flight 3930, runway 17 left via Mike Echo Delta. Skywest 5890, taxi to the intersection of Mike and Alpha Alpha. United 2375, runway 17 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Southwest 3844, runway 8, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. United 250, runway 17 right, cleared to land.
Command property error.
Southwest 869, pushback approved facing east.
5760.
Okay, where's he going? He's going in there. He's
Runway
going in there.
17 right, cleared for immediate takeoff on reaching
Skywest
altitude
4658,
1000.
continue taxi.
Contact departure. Skywest 36906.
United 2159, taxi to the intersection of Mike and Alpha Alpha. Foxtrot 583, taxi to the intersection of Mike and Alpha Alpha. Foxtrot 583 approved, expect runway 8. Foxtrot 583, a pushback approved, expect runway 8. United 1505 heavy, runway 17 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
1318.
Alaska 350, runway 8, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. United 588, taxi to the intersection of Whiskey Bravo and Foxtrot. Southwest 3447, runway 16 left, cleared to land. Southwest 995, runway 16 right, cleared to land. United 2263, runway 17 right, cleared to land.
Taxi to terminal via Bravo
United
Sierra.
304, runway 17 left, line up and wet. United 304, runway 17 left, line up and wet. United 250, runway 8 via Lima. Southwest 250, runway 8 via Lima. Southwest 268, one pushback approved facing east. Southwest 4024, runway 8 via Lima.
Runway 17 left via Mike.
Southwest 869, runway 8 via Lima. Southwest 503, runway 8, line up and wet. United 2263, runway 17 right, clear to land. United 4514, pushback approved facing east. Southwest 4514, pushback approved facing east. United 250, taxi to the intersection of Mike and Alpha Alpha. Foxtrot 583, taxi to the intersection of Mike and Alpha Alpha. Frontier Flight 2355, taxi to the intersection of Foxtrot and Bravo November. Frontier Flight 4864, taxi to terminal via Alpha Alpha.
Runway 17 left.
Southwest
Delta.
2604, pushback approved, facing east.
Runway 17 right. Cleared to
United
land.
304, runway 17 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Runway 17 left.
United 736, runway 17 left, line up and went.
Contact departure. Sky West 5808.
Southwest 503, runway 8, line up and went. Frontier Flight 4919, runway 16 left, cleared to land. United 2216, runway 16 right, cleared to land. Southwest 503, runway 8, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Runway 17
Keyline
left.
4133, pushback approved, facing
Sky
north.
West 4687.
Southwest 5890, taxi to the intersection of Mike and Bravo November. Frontier Flight 1175, pushback approved, facing east. United 264, taxi to terminal via green. United 741, taxi to terminal via green. United 736, runway 17 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Skywest 5869, runway 17 left, line up and went. Southwest 250, runway 8, line up and went. Southwest 3447, taxi to the intersection of Golf and Charlie November. Southwest 995, taxi to the intersection of Whiskey Bravo and Foxtrot. Southwest 2489 at runway 17 right, cleared to land. Southwest 250, runway 8, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Skywest 5343, pushback approved, facing east. United 2159, a taxi to terminal via Mike Alpha November. United 250, taxi to terminal via Mike Alpha November Hotel Green.
Runway 17 left.
United 2263, taxi to the intersection of Mike and Alpha Alpha. Skywest 5869, runway 17 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 397, runway 17 left, line up and went. Southwest 4514, runway 8 via Lima. Southwest 2681, runway 8 via Lima. Frontier Flight 2355, taxi to terminal via Alpha Alpha. Foxtrot 583, taxi to the intersection of Mike and Mike Niner. Skywest 5827, pushback approved, facing east. Skywest 5343, pushback approved, facing east. Skywest 5869, runway 17 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Southwest 4024, runway 8, line up and went. United 1333, runway 16 left, cleared to land. Southwest 2842, runway 16 right, cleared to land. Frontier Flight 4919, a taxi to the intersection of Foxtrot and Charlie Sierra. United 2216, taxi to the intersection of Whiskey Bravo and Foxtrot. Southwest 3347, taxi to terminal via Charlie November. Southwest 3447, taxi to terminal via Hotel. Southwest 2604, pushback approved, facing east. Southwest 4024, runway 8, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Skywest 5890, taxi to terminal via green.
Runway 17 left. Right Mike. Echo Delta.
Delta 397, runway 17 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Skywest 5421, runway 17. Skywest 5421, runway 17 left, line up and went. Foxtrot 583, runway 17 left via Mike Echo Delta. Keyline 4133, pushback approved, facing north. Frontier Flight 1175, runway 17 left via Mike Echo Delta. Frontier Flight 3433, pushback approved, facing east. United 260, pushback approved, facing east.
Runway 17 left. 5 Mike. Echo Delta.
OS 4720, taxi to terminal via green. OS 4720, taxi to terminal via Bravo November.
Runway 16 left. Clear to land. United 2177.
United 1225, runway 17 right, clear to land. Southwest 869, runway 8 cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. United 414, runway 16 left, clear to land. United 1333, taxi to the intersection of Foxtrot and Charlie Sierra. Southwest 2842, taxi to the intersection of Whiskey Bravo and Foxtrot.
Runway 16
Southwest 2489, a taxi to the intersection of Mike and Alpha Alpha. Frontier Flight 3433, pushback approved facing east. Southwest 5343, runway 17 left via Mike Echo Delta. Southwest 5343, runway 17 left. Delta 397, runway 17 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Southwest 4514, runway 8, line up and wet. Southwest 2604, runway 8 via Lima. Kilo 4133, runway 8 via Lima. Southwest 5343, runway 17 left via Mike Echo Delta.
Taxi and hold at the intersection
Okay, he's
of
broke,
Taxiway Foxtrot
so we're gonna get rid of
Alpha
him.
November via Foxtrot. United 22904.
He's just not moving.
Taxi to terminal via Delta. Bravo November. Hold short of taxiway Foxtrot. Skywest 54902.
Okay. Frontier Flight 3205, runway 17 right, cleared to land. Southwest 4514, runway 8, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Southwest 3534, pushback approved facing east. West 5421, runway 17 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Frontier Flight 3930, runway 17 left, line up and wet. Southwest 2681, runway 8, line up and wet. He's coming into here.
Runway 17 left. Cleared for immediate takeoff.
Frontier Flight 4919, a taxi to terminal via Alpha Alpha.
Skywest 4687.
Frontier Flight 3433, runway 17 left via Alpha November Mike Echo Delta. Skywest 4629, a pushback approved facing east. Skywest 5827, pushback approved facing east. United 1225, taxi to the intersection of Mike and Alpha Alpha. United 1333, taxi to terminal via Golf Purple. Delta 1443, pushback approved facing east. United 260, taxi to the intersection of Alpha Sierra and Kilo. Frontier Flight 3930, runway 17 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Birchdale 583, runway 17 left, line up and wet. Southwest 2681, runway 8, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Southwest 6249, runway 16 left, cleared to land. Frontier Flight 2350, runway 16 right, cleared to land. United 414, taxi to the intersection of Foxtrot and Charlie Sierra. United 588, taxi to terminal via Green. Southwest 995, taxi to terminal via Hotel. Sure. Yeah, that's fine. Southwest 1675, pushback approved facing east. United 2216, taxi to terminal via Green. Southwest 2842, taxi to terminal via Hotel Charlie November.
Hold position.
Jet
Southwest
583,
3580.
runway 17 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Line 4133, runway 8, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. West 4623, runway 17 left. United 2263. Taxi to the intersection of Mike and Bravo November. Southwest 2489, a taxi to the intersection of Mike and Bravo November. United 1225, taxi to the intersection of Mike and Alpha November. Frontier Flight 1175, runway 17 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. West 4629, runway 17 left via Mike Echo Delta. West 5827, pushback approved, expect runway 17 left.
Pushback approved facing north. Key line 4711.
They're all moving. Southwest 1675, pushback approved, facing east. Southwest 3534, pushback approved, facing east.
Continue taxi. Southwest 3580.
Where did the other Frontier go?
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway.
Southwest 5233, pushback approved, facing east.
1257.
United 260, runway 17 left via Mike, Echo Delta. Frontier Flight 3205, taxi to the intersection of Mike and Alpha Alpha. Delta 1443, taxi to the intersection of Alpha November and Mike.
Taxi to
United 414,
Skywest
taxi to
472.
terminal via Golf.
Taxi to terminal.
Southwest 6249, a taxi to the intersection of Golf and Charlie November. Frontier Flight 2350, taxi to the intersection of Whiskey Bravo and Foxtrot. Skywest 5712, runway 16 right, clear to land. Skywest 5511, runway 16 left, clear to land. Southwest 857, runway 17 right, clear to land. Southwest 2604, runway 8 cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Southwest 2489, hold position. United 2263, taxi to terminal via Charlie Sierra. Skywest 5233, runway 17 left via Mike, Echo Delta.
Runway 17 right, clear to land. Skywest
Southwest
5685.
1675, runway 17 left via Charlie Sierra, Mike, Echo Delta.
runway 17 left.
Southwest
Clear for
1675,
immediate takeoff
hold
upon
position.
reaching altitude 1000. Contact departure. United 283.
Skywest 5233, runway 17 left via Mike, Echo Delta.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway
Frontier
Alpha
Flight
Sierra.
3433, runway 17 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Taxi to terminal via Foxtrot. Alpha Sierra.
He's coming in.
Short of taxiway Whiskey Bravo. United 2177.
Southwest 2489, a taxi to terminal via Charlie November.
Runway 16 left. Clear to land.
He's not going to push, so just get rid of him. They always break in there for some
Pushback
reason.
approved, facing east. Southwest
Okay.
4316.
They're all going in there, they're all going in there.
Pushback approved facing east.
Delta 1443, runway 17 left via Mike, Echo Delta.
Pushback approved, facing east. United 736.
Frontier Flight 3433, runway 17 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Taxi and hold at the
Southwest
intersection
754,
of
pushback
taxiway
approved,
Alpha
facing
November
east.
and Bravo Sierra. United 2375.
United 1225, taxi to terminal via Alpha November. Frontier Flight 3205, taxi to terminal via Alpha Kilo.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway.
We're in a pretty good place with this now.
Southwest 477.
Southwest 6249, a taxi to terminal via Hotel.
Pushback approved. Facing east. Skywest 464.
Is this guy in? Yeah. Southwest 1675, continue taxi. Frontier Flight 2350, taxi to terminal via Foxtrot Alpha November. Skywest 4629, runway 17 left, line up and went.
Runway 17 left via Echo Delta. Keyline 4711.
Okay, they're all going in.
Pushback approved, facing
Southwest
east.
857, taxi to the intersection of Mike and Bravo Sierra.
Taxi and hold at the intersection.
Skywest 4629, runway 17 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. United 2410, runway 17 right, clear to land. Skywest 4694, runway 16 right, clear to land. United 1939, runway 16 left, clear to land. Skywest 5511, taxi to the intersection of Foxtrot and Charlie Sierra. Skywest 5712, taxi to the intersection of Whiskey Bravo and Foxtrot.
Taxi and hold at the
Southwest
intersection of
754,
taxiway
runway
Bravo Sierra.
17 left
Lima.
via Echo Delta.
2375.
Runway 17 left. Line up and wait. Southwest 3580.
They're all going in, they're all going in.
Taxi and hold at the
American
intersection of
3151,
taxiway
pushback
Bravo
approved,
Sierra
facing east.
and Lima. United 1505 heavy.
Southwest 3428, pushback approved, facing east.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway Bravo Sierra and Lima. United
Southwest
2304.
3534, runway 17 left via Echo Delta. Skywest 5233, runway 17 left, line up and went. Okay, I think with where we're up to, I think that's a good point to leave it there. I think, just because of where we are, I think that was a good. We kind of got our arrivals, pretty much everyone in. We've just got a little bit of a queue going out for departures. We missed that one aircraft, which were right underneath us. But we played for probably about 50 minutes. And I must say that was very, very enjoyable. It was very busy, but I thought we had a good flow. I think we had to use that, we had to get that overflow onto runway 8 when we needed it. But once we opened that up, we managed to get our departures moving, so it was only needed for a good 10 minutes or so. But once we got that, it kind of freed us up into getting that flow of traffic out. We had a couple of issues at the start with people just going the wrong way and me just getting used to where to get the intersections. But I thought we handled it well. Let me know what you guys think of that one, if you've got any feedback for that. If you do have any questions, comments at all, just any feedback in general around this video or any of the others, feel free to drop them in the comments below and I'll take a look. If you do have any suggestions for anything you do want to see in the future, then please do let me know as well. I'm always open to trying something a little bit different. But that's it for this one. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.